because businesses too need time. There are business that needs 2 years before they can start bringing you back profit. So if the business was built for profit, in less than 6 months you will pack up.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video, guys. Today I have an amazing personality in the building, someone who is really changing the narrative of Delta State, bringing the youths together, empowering them, and also bringing investors down to the state. He is no other person than Mr. Ogbuefi Chioma, the CEO of Greenfield Properties. Thank you so much for coming on the channel.
Yes, thank you for having me.
So today, guys, he's going to take us through his life as an entrepreneur here in Delta State, what it is like running a real estate business here in Delta State, how it started and everything. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Making It Here in Delta State. Thank you so much, sir, for coming on the channel.
Thank you.
So for those people at the back who did not hear when I introduced you, can you introduce yourself again?
Okay, my name is Ogbuefi Chioma and I'm the CEO of Greenfield Properties here in the city of Asaba.
So tell us about Greenfield Properties, like how come about the company?
Okay, Greenfield Properties started a year and some months now. Okay. Now what prompted me starting the company is basically because of the challenges people go through trying to buy properties. I've been into real estate for the past 5 years now, and I've noticed that people want to buy land, but the challenges are drowning their conviction to buy. Most of the time they have negative information about the real estate market, so nobody wants to lose money. So I took out time over that 5 years to study the real estate market, and I decided that I'm going to open a company that will put humanity first. That is why Greenfield Property will stand for humanity. We want to be sure that people are at peace when they make investments in real estate, so we make sure that we take that body off people and ensure that they're able to buy properties and still have their peace intact.
Okay, so sorry, were you born here? Are you from Delta State?
No, I came into Asaba 5 years ago.
5 years ago. So you're not from Delta State?
No, I'm from Imo State.
Wow, wow. So now I've been meaning to ask, like, why did you choose Delta State? Why Delta State? Why not any other place?
Okay, I wouldn't say I chose Delta State. I was employed by a company. I used to work for a company, for a real estate firm, so I was transferred here. As later, I became the only staff here. Because we came here, we were about 2 persons that came, but later the 1 person left, so I was the only person that was here. So I pioneered the business here for them, and today the company is very big here in Asaba.
Okay. So now from the company you started your...
Yes, I decided. I saw the challenges that were associated with investing in real estate, and those who really want to invest, what they have to go through to invest and all that. So I decided I'm going to try this to make things different for those who have an intention of investing in real estate.
Okay, so that means you saw a problem and you decided to like come in.
Yes. I realized that people actually do business just because they want to make profit.
Exactly.
And that's not actually the essence of life. People struggle to make money, and when they struggle to make that money, they don't just want to waste it, they want to invest it. And I think they need help rather than being exploited. So that's why I came into the sector, to see how I can actually put in my years of experience in helping these people save and secure their money.
Okay, so now what are your challenges, or what were your challenges starting up this business, this company here in Delta State?
Okay, the challenges were pre-existing before we started. And these challenges are man-made. Like I said, and I continue to say, that there is no bad land. There is no land that is bad. It is the human beings that transacted on the land that made it bad. Land existed before human beings. So it is human beings that started doing activities that caused these lands to look as if they are not genuine or they are bad. So these are the challenges we faced when we started. A lot of persons have these trust issues. If I buy, how am I sure that the land would be safe and secure? And in my years in real estate, I started studying the things that make a land safe and secure. There are boxes that needs to be checked before you know that this land is good, I can buy it and it is safe. Now these boxes are many and numerous, but we can concise them and make them easy for us to just tick and be sure that these lands are genuine. So after discovering the way to do this, I decided that I'm going to start helping people get secured real estate investment. Now you asked about the challenges. The challenges are numerous, but they are man-made. That's just what I wanted to say. They are man-made, you know. It has to do with the integrity of the person that you're dealing with. People are actually after money instead of satisfying the needs of people. So you come for them, you meet people just to get an investment done, and all they think about is what they will profit from you. You know, that alone, that foundation alone might hinder the smooth running of that whole transaction.
And like even people, even investors themselves, like it will even chase them away.
Yes, that's why nobody likes to keep their money in the bank. Like I said, money is currency. Money likes to move. You know, so when people accumulate a lot of money, what they want to do is try to invest it. And if people don't invest it, if they are afraid of investing it, then that is what breeds poverty. That's why there's so much money in one person's account while the other person strive. You know, the reason why people keep their money in their account, because to them that is the safest place where they can keep their money. But that's not the wisest place to keep your money. It is best to keep your money in investment. You know, so but because of the negative stories that are surrounding real estate investment, people are beginning to change their mind and looking for alternative places to keep their money. So greenfield property, we're not here for business, we're here specifically for humanity, to ensure that those who want to put their money in real estate investment have a safe and secure channel through which they can do that.
Okay, now so far, like you've started, right? Now so far, what is your challenge now? What are the challenges you're facing now, right now, running this business here in Delta State?
Okay, well, to me, Delta State is more of a blessing. I will not look at it as a challenge.
Okay.
You know, I've had reasons to thank God that I started my real estate journey here. As I'm talking, I'm still trying to remember if I have any challenge with doing real estate here, and it's a little bit difficult for me to think of any challenge. The reason is because Delta State is like no other state. You know, it's like no other state. Specifically Asaba, it's like no other location. The reason is because a lot of people who live across the Naija, they pass through Asaba to go to their locations, maybe Enugu, Anambra, Imo, Abia, and all that. Now, when they pass here, one of the attractions of real estate are commuters. When people pass through an area to get to their destination, it causes the value of the land within that area to go up. You know? So we have a high demand for properties here in Asaba. Now we have several states demanding properties here in Asaba. I don't think it is so in any other state in Nigeria, except capital cities or former capital cities like Abuja, Lagos, and maybe Calabar. You know, so the location of Asaba puts it at an advantage in investing in real estate. The demand for properties here in Asaba is higher when compared to other locations in Nigeria.
I've never really seen it like that.
Yes, that is what we've been thriving on, because we've had people from different states. In fact, if you check the logs of our customers, you discover that we have people from the entire southeast who are actually buying properties from us. Imagine that pool of people demanding for properties here in Asaba. That is one of the reasons too why the rate of appreciation in Asaba is far more higher than when compared to any other locations or state here in the city of Asaba. So this is what we're actually thriving on.
Okay, yeah. Well, I think you've already answered the next question I wanted to ask. Like, do you sometimes feel like you would have been doing way better if you were not in Delta State? Like, maybe you were in like any other city or state in Nigeria?
Okay, well, like I said, my journey here is God ordained. God actually directed my step to this place. Why I said that was because I'm from the Igbo speaking part of Nigeria. I'm from Imo State, although precisely, but I grew up in Lagos and I stayed in Lagos all my life. And one of the deficiencies or the shortcomings I have is that I don't know how to speak Igbo language. You know, so it limits the number of persons I'll be able to convince to actually make an investment with me. So I believe that God actually saw that and planted me here. Now, one common thing here in Asaba is that most people, over 80% of the persons here, speak vernacular. They like to speak Pidgin English a lot, you know, and that's a language I know how to also communicate with fluently. I also know how to speak English too. So because I am here, you know, it gives me that opportunity to also express myself freely in these languages that most of the persons here understand. And even those who don't know how to speak Pidgin English or English very well, that's the Igbo speaking part of Nigeria, when they come to and they see that on their way to this place everybody speaks Pidgin English, at least they've adjusted a little before they got to the office to meet with me, so I'm able to communicate with them in the language that they've already gotten acquainted to while they are approaching my office, and I'm able to speak with them in that language and get them to buy. So that's a little challenge I've had in my real estate journey. Now there are some persons too who are greatly disappointed when they hear my name and they try to interact with me in Igbo language and I'm unable to respond. You know, it's a deficiency that I'm working on, and I believe that in a short time I'm going to find a way of communicating in that language fluent. It's going to help my business. It's something that I'm not proud of at all. Yeah.
Okay, so far in essence what you're saying now is that running your business here has been more of a blessing.
Yes, it's only blessings that I can count. Yeah.
Okay, so now and you feel like it's God ordained already. Like I feel there's a God factor in it.
Yes, there is. Yes.
Okay, so tell us, like, how do you advertise your business, and secondly, how do you recruit workers, especially agents, real estate agents? Like, how do you put your business out there, and how do you recruit workers?
Okay, there are deep beliefs that I have with respect to real estate and real estate businesses that might not be what other people believe, you know, but these are my understanding, my deep understanding about real estate. Now, one of it is that the money you make through real estate must be shared. You know, real estate, the money you make through real estate must be shared. That's why when people help you get land, you pay them commission, you pay them agency. Yes, that is how the real estate business is done. Now, land originally was given to man to cultivate on and use in feeding themselves, build a house and all that. Now we've gone into the business of selling this land, ensuring that people appreciate God's gift to man, which is land. Now in doing that, we must ensure too that the land was created for human being. So we must ensure that each time we sell land, people are empowered. So what we do is get ordinary people who know nothing about real estate, try to educate them about real estate and real estate marketing, so that when they get these people who buy land from us, they get paid in form of commission. So families, communities, individuals the quality of their lives and financial lives are changed and improved through association with Greenfield Properties and Saviour Agent, which is our arm of marketing for Greenfield Properties. You know, so we get these people, we train them free of charge. We don't take any money. We train them free of charge. We absorb them into our system, get them to start selling real estate and start making money. Yeah.
Okay, so what you do is get ordinary people that are quote unquote agents in the streets, and then train them yourself. They get acquainted with your company, and then they go out there, help you with the advertisement, tell people, sell properties through your company, and then they get a commission.
Well, you made mention of a word, agent. That we get agent. What we get is ordinary persons. You know, people already have an idea of how real estate business is done. They should unlearn that. We're trying to get people to unlearn the ways that exist before. Land is not something you sell because you want to make profit. Yes, it was created for man. It is God's gift to man. So you must be careful how you actually handle it. So we don't get, if we get an agent who is already into real estate, we must also educate you of how we want our own business done. Yes, like take for example, an agent called a certain time, I was asking for one of our products that we sell for 2 million, and he's saying he has a customer that wants to buy and pay 3 million. That if the customer buys 2 plots and pay 3 million, which is 6 million, that we're going to give him 2 million and take 4 million and also pay him what his percentage is. We refuse. We did not do that. That is outside our standard practice. That is not what we actually do. So we refused. We rejected. But we explained to him. We were not rude. We explained to him why we cannot do that and why he should not engage in such activity. You know, so these and other standards are what we're trying to elevate here in Greenfield Property and Service.
Because it's really an issue. A lot of people go into real estate because of what I do, I work with, let's say, agents, right?
Yes.
And then I go to places, I'm like, please, I'm looking for anybody, people that are into real estate, and they tell me, me, I'm into real estate now, and they are the agents, and then they give you a piece of land. The money they are calling is like, how on earth do you want someone to pay this amount of money for this particular land? All they are thinking is the profit. They don't care about the person that is buying it. And sometimes even looking for apartment, let's even leave house out of it, like they will not tell you the basic truth. Is there electricity? Are there like good network? They'll say everything is okay. So everything is okay here, everything is okay, and then you go into the apartment, everything is a lie.
Yes.
I feel that we need to unlearn a lot of things, because people go into it basic just for the money.
Yes.
For the money, and
So this is what we're trying to ensure, that people erase from their minds when coming into real estate. You know, it's about land is God's gift to man. You know, so even though you're privileged to be a mediator between a buyer and a seller, you must be careful to how you handle it. It's a privilege, you know.
All right, thank you so much. So, where do you see your company in the next 5 years?
Okay, at the pace we're growing now, we've been having a lot of attention, we're causing a lot of attention. People are attracted to us here and there, you know. But you know, in expanding in real estate, you have to be careful too, because that I'm successful in Asaba doesn't mean that I will just carry the same model I'm using to operate here in Asaba and go to Enugu or go to Aba and say I want to operate. No, that is not how real estate is done. So if I must go to Aba, then I must study how the land business is done there, how the communities are interfaced with, what are the things that they accept, what are the things that they don't accept, and how I can penetrate and get lands that are safe, secure, and ready to sell before I can actually start running my business there. So in real estate, you don't just expand because you have the money to expand. No, you have to give time to study the market in any environment you want to expand to. In fact, this is one of the reasons why most real estate firms closed down. They were actually successful in a location, so they were trying to replicate the same thing in another location without studying the market in that area, the demography, and also they ended up losing money that they made from another location while trying to expand into another location. So for us, we're being careful. Like now, we're studying 2 different cities at the same time. So we have people planted there who give us feedback about what's going on there. So we're looking at expanding to those cities. You know, we've opened an office in Warri, but because of insecurity there, we have to pause activity of sales there. Maybe until after the election, we're going to see what we can do about that location. But we're still studying 2 other locations, and we're going to be expanding there once we're fully done studying that location and getting the fact about how to acquire properties there. So what we're going to do in the next 10 years is not a factor of how successful we are here. It's a factor of how fast we're able to study these other locations that we intend to expand to.
Okay. So coming back again to my previous question, like how do you advertise your business? Because I've noticed something here in Delta State, right? A lot of people just depend on, maybe just their WhatsApp group. They depend on like tell your brother, tell your sister kind of thing. They don't go all into advertisement. Because when I was trying to do my research on your company, I got a referral. I was still going to talk about it, but yeah, I was trying to see how you guys work with advertisement, right? Because let me say that's what I'm into, and I feel somehow when you tell people, okay, how do you advertise your business? It's just like people know. I'm like, how? So like I see that you guys are kind of active on Instagram, so you also have a website and all of that. So like, how do you think that is important for your company?
Well, you know, most persons who want to invest in real estate, after introducing them to a product or a location to invest, one of the first things they do is try to start to investigate the company, then before they progress to start investigating the land. Now, most of these persons might not be in the location where these properties are, so you need to make available channels through which they can actually see you. You know, so one of the ways we sell real estate is that we make ourselves very visible, open, and transparent. Most times, people who want to dupe you and collect money from you hide. But those who actually want to do business with you, they are very visible and easy to find.
Visible, yeah.
So we are trying to increase our visibilities by making ourselves available in these channels. It doesn't mean that is where we get all of our customers.
No.
Yes, there's a way to market real estate. And I've been into real estate marketing, like I said, for 5 years. And I discovered that we have 7 basic ways we can actually market real estate. You can either talk to people one-on-one about real estate, then let them know about the vast knowledge you have about real estate and why they should choose you as their friend or somebody who's going to get them a property. The second way is to talk to people who can actually help you talk to people to buy lands from you. The third way is to use the advantage of the social media, put up adverts online and all that, and get people to buy properties from you there. You can also advertise using internet marketplaces, specific places on the internet where people go to sell it. Then you can also advertise on job bulletins, flyers, and magazines. You can also put up adverts on the TV. You can also go and talk to a group of persons about the investments and all that. You can also register your business in several internet virtual offices so that when people search for products that you have, they can actually find you over the internet and all that. These are some of the things we teach people in our classes here at Saviour Jesus. So when people come, we try to educate them about all they need to know about real estate and help them become successful in the field. But the most important thing is that the person who is actually intending to market real estate must first understand the business, because real estate can actually cause you it can alter the course of your destiny. Because if you get involved in fake land or fake real estate transaction, you have to leave your current location because they'll be looking for you. Until that matter is sorted out, you're not free. So you must be sure first that you can do the business. It's just like every other professional vocations, like somebody who's a doctor, somebody who's a lawyer, somebody who's a pharmacist. As you're studying to become a pharmacist, you don't go out and start administering drugs to people. You're not certified yet. So it is the same thing with real estate. So because you just know that somebody has a property doesn't make you a realtor or an agent. You might end up destroying your own future just by getting somebody to buy a fake property. So here we encourage that people learn first before they start marketing. So here we believe that you learn before you earn.
Okay. So yeah, in essence, what you're saying, advertisement is really important.
Very, very important. There's something that is trending now where people call themselves social media influencers. What they're actually doing is they pick up a skill or something that they know how to do best, and they start doing it online, and people start following them. Now, what they are doing is actually they are making themselves more visible. At a particular time, that visibility will be converted to money. It is the same thing with real estate. The more you make yourself visible, at a particular time, you convert that visibility to money. So first, you make yourself visible. You let people know that you are into lands. These are some of the lands you're selling and all that. The more visible you become in real estate, the most likely you are to start selling in huge quantities.
Okay. And so far, I want to ask, looking at, you've been in Delta State for some time now, and let's say for Asaba now, looking at the environment and everything, what do you think, if done better, will promote businesses and entrepreneurs here in Delta State? Like what?
Okay, I must commend the current governor of the state. Like I said, I was here 5 years ago, and I knew how the dilapidated state infrastructure was. But this governor has been deliberating, actually providing basic infrastructure for the people, basically roads, good road networks and all, which has also positively affected real estate here in Asaba. So I must commend him for that. Now, if they increase the pace at which they also do this basic infrastructure, it would also affect positively the value and the demand for land here in the city of Asaba. Also, I think that instead of people looking at real estate as a business, because we've seen people come into real estate as if it's a business, it is actually not a business. Even if it is, every business, at least you need time to learn and study it. Take out time to study the real estate business first before just going into the business and jeopardizing people's investments and all. These are some of the challenges we face. People making reference to companies that took money from them and they were able to deliver the lands and all that. So when they come, we need to now talk for a long time to actually water down that fear to get them to buy. You know, that's one of the challenges we're trying to actually cope with greenfield property and business agents too. You know, so we hope that in a short time this will be over and people will be able to identify how to actually buy genuine land.
Okay, so now, like, I'm not only talking about like real estate, like any other business, right? So from what, if I understand what you're saying, like before you go into any business, you should try as much as possible to learn.
Yes, you must learn the business.
Or
yes.
Don't just go into it because Mr. A is making profits from it, so you feel like, okay, let me just jump into it.
You know, I said my understanding of things are a little bit deep, and at times I'm very careful not to put it out so that people don't think I'm trying to use their ego or try to push what they already know about something. Now, a business that is done solely just for profit making would not succeed. If you open a business just because I want to sell this thing, I cannot be either one. I need something that will be giving me money. So you open a business just for profit making only, you will not succeed. That's one way not to succeed in business.
Wow.
First thing you should consider is what
that one enter, please, sorry. That one stick, because even with my YouTube channel, like because like I get a lot of people calling me, I'm not making money from YouTube now. I'm like, that shouldn't be the first thing. Like that shouldn't be the first thing, the value, because like concentrate on the value you're giving out first. The greater the value, the greater your return you get in future. Wow, guys, that really.
So if you chase money, money runs. But if you build an idea, ideas attract the money. So if I want to start a business, I first look at the need of the people around that locality. If there are no needs I can meet around that locality, I go to another locality and look at these people are lacking gas. There's no place that they feel gas around this area. Let me start a gas business to save these people the stress of going to so and so place, spending so and so amount of money just to get gas. Now the essence, the foundation of that business is to meet a need. Once you meet that need, money comes naturally. You know. So the provision, the provision that God has made for you to succeed and live in affluence and wealth is real estate. So if you invest in real estate, you are sure that you've secured your future. Now, but if you want to start a business, please think of the need that you want to meet first before considering the money. Before even considering your passion. I've seen people who say, I have a passion for this. I have a passion to do this. I want to do that. Then they go about pursuing that passion, and after some time they say, I did the business, money no dey come out. But I thought you said you were going after your passion. If you are going after your passion, then it shouldn't be about money. Why did you stop? Because money wasn't coming in. So these are things that must be defined before a business is started in the first place, so that you don't run after some time you get weary and say no, it's not working. Because businesses too need time. There are businesses that needs 2 years before they can start bringing you back profit. So if the business was built for profit, in less than 6 months you will pack up.
I'm carried away already. Like, I wanted to ask, like, what is your advice to someone watching this video who wants to go into real estate or any other business, but are thinking like, Delta State is not the right place for me. Am I going to make it? Or maybe someone, they don't even know where to start.
When you want to start real estate, you must first of all consider the demand for properties in that area. Then you now go and cut a niche for yourself around that area. So this is why that
a niche.
Yes. Different people do real estate business. We have different realtors, consultants, and all into real estate. But if you are not unique or known for something, you might find it difficult to compete with these people who have built a standard over the years. So when you first of all study the different cities, find out where they have high demand for properties, then you go there. Then you study the market, study the properties there. Be sure that if somebody buys a property, they are going to make profit from it. There are different ways that you can be sure. You can ask for the cost of properties years ago, the cost of the properties now, the cost of properties 5 minutes away from the place, the cost of property close to the place, and all that. It will give you an idea of what the property would cost in a very short time. Now, when you've been able to discover all these things and you're certain about them, before you can now start putting words out that you're selling land because you don't just say, I sell land, there's a land I want to say, it's a place, it is dry land, table land. No, the customers want to hear facts and figures. This land is 2 million. I believe that in so time it's going to be 4 million because of this, because of this, because of this, the government wants to do another. If you're able to gather that fact, it will be easy for you to convince a customer to buy. Now, the reason why a customer is buying a property, or the features or the things a customer saw before making a decision to buy a property, are actually the same thing the customer is going to use to sell it when it's ready to sell. So if you did not see anything good about the property, you're unable to harvest things that are good about the property, a customer might not be interested in buying the property. It's not like you are not doing work. You are working, hustling to find customer, but you're not doing it the way that it should be done.
Wow. Yes. Okay, so for someone who is thinking that Delta State is not the right place for them to do business.
Okay, I've said before that we have all the southeastern states demanding for properties here in Asaba. You see, so if you're saying that Delta State is not the right place, you're actually missing out. You know, we're not here to start counting figures to say, see the market, see what we've made, see what people are making and all that. No, you know. But I'm telling you, I met somebody. I went to the gym this morning, and a young man came and said, if you have fun with, and we greeted. He told me that he had several businesses, but I went to him. I said, you can't have this kind of establishment and you're not doing real estate. So I advised him and he started doing real estate. So I met with him today. He's telling me that, do I know that the only business that makes him smile is his real estate business? The other businesses are just there cold, you know. So any other business that you're doing, you should be doing real estate with that other business that you're doing. You can't leave God's gift and start pursuing your own passion. Land is God's gift to man. Accept it first, then pursue the other passions that you have.
Please explain, like, if you're doing any other business, you should involve real estate, like how?
Yes. Take for example, I sell at a filling station. I'm a filling station attendant. So I fill fuel of gas for people. So these people know me. At times they come, they greet me. As I sell gas to them, I can also talk to them about real estate investment and maybe drop a flyer or a card with them that I'm into real estate. Now, because they know me, I am here, I'm always here selling gas. They know that if they buy the property, if they come back, they will meet me here. It will be easier for them to buy from me than to buy from somebody they met at ShopRite talking about sharing flyer. So you should be doing something. Be at your station, doing your business. But ensure that that place that you are, as you're doing that business, you are also talking to people about real estate, letting them know that through you they can actually get properties.
But what if someone that does not have interest in real estate?
Well, eventually the person would, because a time comes when no man can work. You might be working now earning money, but a time will come when you cannot work. That time it is, you need to be making money while not working. And the only thing that gives you money while you are not working is real estate. In fact, my belief, one of my deep beliefs is that the only reason why people work is so that they can have money to buy land. Yes, because if you work and say you want to actually save money, you might not be able to save enough to take care of you in the future. But if you have real estate can take care of you even when you cannot work.
So thank you so much for coming on the channel. I really appreciate it. Okay, so guys, that is it. You've heard from him. Tell us about your company again. How can they contact you and everything?
Okay, Greenfield Properties, we have our office at Agbor Plaza, opposite Mastercare School, Opanam by McDonald's here in the city of Asaba, Asaba here. That's where our office is. And,
okay, so guys, you guys have heard from him. So in another episode, we're going to talk about everything you need to know before investing in real estate, so you don't make any mistake, and then how to know the right company to invest in. Okay, so yeah, that's it guys. I'll see you guys in another one. Bye.